Even the descendants of slaves who have been here for hundreds of years, they're not American.
A man can kiss a man non-sexually.
I think it's complete BS. Okay. I think it happened. It honestly happened.
Welcome back, guys, to a brand new YouTube video. Today we're in March for Life at the Washington, D.C. Convention March for Life. We're going to ask questions to hopefully protesters.
Hopefully. Or friendlies.
Lily Kate's here, part 2. Get used to weekly content.
I hope you liked our last video.
Okay, so we're going to go crazy today. We're going to go absolutely absurd and ask questions. I might get assaulted, I might not, but time will tell. So come along with us for the journey. Make sure you subscribe for just $8 a month. I'm buying a house. Get me out of a couple jams.
He needs the help.
Yeah, and subscribe. All right, so we're here at the March for Life, and we ran into a group of people.
Thomas Rousseau with Patriot Front.
Okay, and what's the Patriot Front?
Patriot Front is a nationalist activist organization. We operate nationwide, and we believe in the family, the community. We believe that Americans they have a unique culture and heritage which stems from our origins on the European continent and the original Anglo-Saxon foundations of America, which then assimilated many pan-European elements from northern, southern, eastern, western Europe. But we believe that the true culture of America is derived from our European origins, and we believe in continuing the families and protecting the families and ultimately the unborn of that nation, because that is the one cultural ethnic group which can sustain our way of life and our forms of government and all that stuff.
Okay, so why is it called Patriot Front? Like, what's it a front for?
It's as in front line, front rank, front, forward facing.
Why is the flag upside down, the American
Because
flag?
that is the flag of the United States, and our nation is in distress. We absolutely are. You will see that the Betsy Ross, the 13-star flag, is flown upright because that is the flag we venerate and honor as a true symbol of the nation, because it is traditional, it is ancient to our history, and it predates the existence of the United States. It is a cultural flag of the American people more so than a government.
And where do you think America went wrong? What led to the downfall of America?
You could say that there are many things that went wrong over a long period of time. There was no singular moment, but ideally, I think there was a large loss of culture in the 1960s with a cultural revolution that replaced the nationalist and isolationist policies of America throughout that century with internationalism, globalism, mass immigration, and you started having the liberalization and the internationalization of our institutions, which led the way for the normalization of the normalization.
Okay, but this guy here has stars and bars.
Correct. That is another 13-star flag of our American heritage. We support American heritage. We believe in American history, and we think that the Southern American culture is part of American culture as anywhere else.
So would you have preferred if the South won the Civil War?
Ultimately, no, but we venerate the men that fought for the Confederacy. We support Confederate monuments, Confederate heritage. We regularly go out to Confederate grave sites. We clean up those headstones. We place flowers at the monuments. I believe that the nation should be unified, but the Confederacy and the symbols of it are American heritage, and they are being assaulted, so we cherish them because they are a part of our history and our heritage, just like the rest.
First question, we'll start off simple. Why are you pro-life?
Am I pro-life? Because I have a functioning brain. I know that a child is conceived, and once that child is conceived, it's precious from the eyes of God.
What do you think's in the head of pro-choicers?
For future?
No, like pro-choicers. What do you think's in their head that makes them think, yeah, pro-choice is the right argument?
Well, they're not pro-choicers. They don't have any choice at all. They believe just in a. And some, I believe, may just be ignorant, but most see it as what it is. At this point, with sonograms and with science, and on top of everything else, with several millions and billions of dollars that we have in pregnancy support, there's no option for right now. We don't need that anymore.
Do you think people truly believe, like, life doesn't begin at conception? Do you think people believe it actually happens and starts outside of the womb?
I think if you're ignorant, yes, but I think that's a small majority of the pro-abortion side in the Democratic Party.
I agree.
What do you want to talk about?
What I do.
What do you do?
I be doing.
What's your most right-wing, far, radical, extreme opinion?
I think that all people should do it what I do.
How many drinks
Do you concur?
Just do what it do.
All right. Very epic. Where'd he go? There he is. Do you want to go back to him?
Hey, Mr.
Okay, sir.
What are you guys talking about?
Have a good day.
What is the White Rose Resistance?
It's pro-life.
pro-life.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Seth
What is the
Gruber.
most right-wing thing I said?
Yeah. Shouldn't vote.
No, that's not right-wing, is it?
Yes.
It's like extremist.
Then I'm an extremist. It'll never happen.
It's just where the direction they vote, not on like any of like their natural like capabilities.
I mean, they vote with their emotion, and so I think a more logical, like real life example would be, I think it should be only the nuclear family. So a man, a woman, and then not their two kids, but if they have, or not their kids, but if they have kids, then they could all vote together and have one household vote.
I'm not sure. I don't think I disagree. I think that's a pretty good claim, but I think the reasoning I would disagree with. I would think if we're speaking like, I would support it biblically with just like that man and women become one flesh.
Exactly.
And so they don't need a distinct vote.
Exactly.
But I would still think that the woman's opinion in the household. It seems like on your argument, the woman's opinion wouldn't be valued as highly.
It does matter, but like I said, a more realistic approach would be, like you said, man and woman become one. And I mean, if you have nothing to show for, like a family, that's whose vote needs to matter.
Get Lily's opinions on voting.
So only
Y'all already know my opinions on voting.
They don't know. They don't know about your selective voting choices.
I have a good question for
Go
you.
ahead.
So a lot of people will automatically associate the Confederate flag with race. Sure. What is your stance on race? Do you think that unity is essential, or do you have any bones?
Race as a term is an insult. It doesn't mean anything. But I believe race exists, and if it doesn't exist on a biological basis, and people can argue that, but even if it didn't, and it does, it exists on a social, an economic, and a cultural basis. It is real, and ignoring it is just going to end up with a society which is less functional than if you did.
Just so we're clear, you
Go
don't
ahead.
support slavery?
I don't support slavery. I think the introduction of slavery to America was a very bad move, and many of the founders were against it and wanted to get rid of it, but not on the basis that they wanted to uplift Africans to be equal with everybody else, because they wanted a homogeneous society, and they didn't want blacks and the slaves and their descendants to be used as political leverage against each other. But that's a history lesson. But I'm against slavery, and I don't believe in genocide. I don't believe in hurting or jailing or killing anybody because of their race or their innate characteristics. But I believe that race is real, and race is tied to culture. Race is tied to society. And the fact is that if you have a government which ignores this or actively suppresses the interests of any race over another, you're going to end up with a less functional society. And what's happening today is white folks, American folks, right, the people in this country who have the heritage of the founding stock and have the appreciation for our forms of government, the Republican institutions, and that's small r Republican, not the party, but the model of a republic. The people who have that are being suppressed in favor of a more biddable, a more manipulable international class of any migrant, any disheveled person they can import from the whole world, because it's easier to get them to vote.
Are you?
No, I'm a nationalist.
Well, then why do you have the sticks with the axe? That's an Italian symbol.
It's actually, the Fascists goes back to ancient Rome. It's thousands of years old. It's also on the Lincoln Monument over there. It's also on a statue over on that building over towards the Smithsonian. And it's at the very top of the Capitol building just down the way. The Fascists is an American symbol, which means the strength of a republic and law and order. The Fascists has been in European culture for thousands of years, and it was used in America long before it was ever used by any of the interwar European regimes. And
But like the was used as like a good luck symbol before the use it, but we don't use it anymore because it's been co-opted. So
I don't use this.
well, I know, but I'm saying this symbol has been co-opted by fascists as well. So why use it now?
I use it because I like what it means, and it means the strength of law, unity, order.
What it used to mean or what it means now?
What it has always meant in America. It is an American symbol. There are statues of George Washington.
Well, you just said it was from ancient Rome.
Correct. And it was adopted by the founders, and in the very early 1800s, it was adopted by the architects and the builders and the artists of American institutions. It's on the seal of Congress and in the seal of the Senate. The Fascists, in the Senate chamber, the Fascists is very large on either side of the Speaker of the House and the President when he gives his State of the Union address. It's everywhere. The Fascists is probably more common in America and the United States than it is in France or Italy or London, England, anywhere.
What's your most unpopular, this doesn't have to be about pro-life, what's your most unpopular right-wing opinion that you have?
That's That's a tough one. I'm pretty much there for pretty much all of it.
All right, let me throw some at you.
All right.
Do you think women should have the right to vote?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. I don't.
What are your thoughts on immigration?
Yeah, what's your thoughts on immigration?
If you come here legally, come right in. I mean, I'm Catholic. We're all about helping people out with charity and love. You come here legally, absolutely.
Okay.
I want you here.
Who are you going to vote for in the primary?
Oh, Donald J. Trump, all the way. All the way.
Would you ever consider voting for someone else?
I'm an issue voter. I'm a Catholic, and that's why I vote for everything. So if somebody comes out pro-life, or frankly more pro-life than Donald Trump, and actually has a plan to do it.
Well, but hold on. But Donald Trump said that he doesn't actually believe life happens at conception, and he attacked Ron DeSantis for going too far about his pro-life heartbeat bill in Florida.
Yeah, he has said a few things. I get that. My family's from New York. I'm from Jersey myself, so I kind of can speak that lingo and see what's going on. He's a billionaire. He's said a lot of different things. He's not perfect at all by any means. Nobody is. But right now, no other Republican candidates have a solid plan to go through and end up. And for his track record, Donald J. Trump, who did overturn Roe versus Wade with his appointing of the Supreme Court justices, he's got my vote in my favor.
Love it.
So do you think in the Supreme Court, like how valuable do you think it was when he was able to overturn Roe and implement the two Supreme Court justices?
Oh, it was huge. It was unbelievable. I remember for his last month of the presidency, he was trying and fighting to appoint somebody, and that's every president's right for when he is in office to appoint those justices. So the fact that we have 6-3 right now is a huge win for us.
All right, your take.
My take is, if you're a military veteran or active military, if you're married or own property or are employed, you should be able to vote. And so if that disqualifies college students who have apartments, fine. If that disqualifies like people who are unmarried and unemployed, that's fine too. Because I think you need to have stake in the country, like stake in the future of the country. Huh?
Steak is really good.
I agree. But you have to have like skin in the game, because if you're just like on unemployment benefits or have like not served your country, or you're not married, you're not thinking about the future, like why should you?
Wait, what was the list again?
So we're basing our rights off of the government and not the rights that were given to us by our nature.
God didn't write in the Bible, "Thou shalt have the right to vote." It's like you don't go to the voting office and you're just like, I'm exercising my most God-given rights today.
Definitely
Like voting is not a right, it's totally a privilege. If you can get it taken away from you if you commit a crime, then it's a privilege.
Yeah.
Going?
Yeah.
All right, so the camera went down, and we actually just uncovered a very hot take.
So a man can kiss a man non-sexually. Just as a mother kisses her child, or a father kisses his son, it's not sexual. So the boys can kiss each other.
Just so we're clear, on the lips.
Yeah, on the lips, the lip smacker, but no tongue though.
No tongue.
No tongue.
No, I'm not having him do it. No. Stop. I'm not having him.
No. I'll show you what I mean.
We're done.
Wait, hold on. I'm clowning though. I think it's so weird. But I have seen some people do it.
That's not making the cut. Last question for you. This is a more lighthearted question, so I want you to have fun with it, okay?
Okay.
What's your most
Was that
right...
last one not lighthearted?
Do it. Oh, no, that was a good one. What is your most right-wing unpopular opinion?
My most right-wing unpopular opinion.
Far right. What's your most far right
most nationalist
unpopular opinion?
Well, it goes back to the thought on race, because race is what people get stuck on, you know? Because people can believe, maybe immigration should be shut off. People can believe in family and virtue and all that. But recognizing race is a really tough thing for a lot of people. But I would say that the importance of race and nationality, because nationality is a subset of race. So all the European nations, you can assimilate from one European nation into another, but the fact of the matter is the foreigners in this country, even the descendants of slaves who have been here for hundreds of years, they're not American. They have their own culture. They have always had a separation of society. Even after segregation ended, they've always been culturally, traditionally, economically distinct. They have their own culture. Whatever they are, whatever they're native to, American is a unique culture which is our own, and that doesn't mean they're bad.
So should we send them back?
Thank you so much.
If they want to go, if people want to leave the country, I would encourage them to. But the fact of the matter is, I'm not here proposing policy or mass deportation schemes. I think at the very least, deporting every single illegal alien and anybody who's here exploiting our economy with the visa programs, which take jobs away from tech workers and Americans and things like that. I think they should all go immediately. Anybody who has foreign citizenship in government, anybody who's taking money from foreign governments, foreign countries are buying up, China is buying farmland and Israel is buying politicians. I think if anybody has loyalties to another country other than America and a people other than Americans, they should be very well encouraged to go to wherever suits their interest, because it sure as heck ain't here.
All right, thank you.
There we go.
There we go.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching this YouTube video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to me on Lower Tiers at $8 a month. Lily Kate videos are coming every single week. Woo! Make her famous. Or she already is, though. And God bless. Have a great day.